get things going. So welcome to TADHack. Well, actually, for everyone in Israel, which started actually on Friday the 12th, and in Melbourne, they wrapped up the day earlier. So I hope in both Israel and Melbourne you enjoyed your first day and you're looking forward to Sunday. It's going to be an amazing weekend. TADHack is for everyone. This is something that we focus on, in that we strive for diversity across coders, product and design people, across the sexes, with many mixed sex teams. We have all female, all male and mixed sex. We also have families taking part. If you look on the Twitter stream, I think you'll have noticed there was a husband and wife team taking part. In taking part in TADHack, you're part of a global movement, learning the technologies with which you can disrupt your industry, just like Uber and Airbnb. But unlike them, you're creating wealth and jobs for your local community rather than helping Bay Area VCs get even richer. As I mentioned, it's a global event. We bring TADHack to you, and uniquely we connect all those locations via live streaming, via Hangouts, via a whole range of mechanisms. We eat our own dog food in using telecommunications to connect all these different locations. I'll show on the map there, I'll just read out all the locations we have running. We have TADHacks going on in Bangladesh, in Buenos Aires, in Chicago, Colombo, Dublin, Israel, Istanbul, Jaffna, Lisbon here, London, Madrid, Melbourne, New Delhi, Raleigh, and the comfort of your own home. We accept remote entries. In fact, we have over 100 registrations for remote. Now, of course, a registration doesn't necessarily mean an entry, but it gives you, again, the interest from people all around the world, from Russia, from Brazil, from Mexico, from even locations, for example, in Spain and Portugal, where people can't make it to the location. And just for a shout out to everybody here in Lisbon, we do realize it's a very important holiday period, so we thank everyone from Portugal for taking part in TADHack. We know you're taking away from partying, so thanks so much for preferring TADHack over partying. TADHack is a grassroots event. It's created by the people working at the bleeding edge of telecoms innovation. You will be meeting the people who built the platforms and technologies you're using. That's quite a unique opportunity. Also, we're not trying to indoctrinate you into using one vendor's APIs or platforms. With TADHack, we want you to come in and play with everyone's platforms, technologies, APIs, and decide what's right for you. That's, again, what makes TADHack a very unique event. Now, the byline for TADHack is Learn, Share, Code, Create. So learn from the leaders in telecom app development. Share your experiences. Your feedback will help make their platforms, the sponsors' platforms, better. On code, the sponsors are there to help you, both physically here at each of the locations, but also online. So go to the developer resources and contact those people. I know quite a few are doing. Don't be shy. Even though there may not be one of the sponsors present at your location, get online and get their help. And remember, the first TADHack was only last year, in June. We're only a year old. We've expanded, we've doubled the number of registrations. We're trying to make it better each year. We're learning. We don't pretend we have this perfect at all. Your feedback is valuable. So if you've got ideas on how we can improve, please let us know. Now, this is something I get asked quite a lot is, why do you use the T word, telecoms? We proudly use it because unlike the Bay Area bullshit machine, which uses the term cloud communications. Cloud, of course, is a BS term that's applied across really anything like digital to make it sound exciting. And communications is what PR people do. So it's BS PR. We use the word telecoms as it's communication over a distance. That's what the word means. So we proudly use it. And the most important aspect is telecoms has been democratized by the internet. In the keynotes, we're going to hear from Wire, from Google, on how they're using the democratization of telecoms to create amazing opportunities for developers. Now, we're at actually over 1,300 registrations. This massive global interest is only possible thanks to the hard work and dedication of everyone involved. I'd just like to make a few thank yous, so please bear with me. I'd first of all like to thank the founding sponsors of TADHack, who've been with us from the start. Days. I'd just like to send some props to Lewis for all his hard work in getting the amazing turnout we have here in Lisbon. To Senate Mobile, who are running Colombo, Jaffna and Bangladesh locations and are responsible for roughly half the registrations to TADHack. And we're going to learn more about why they're being so successful in developer engagement. Oracle, Telestax, Tropo, and Truephone. These organizations have been with us from the start, believing in what we're trying to do in TADHack. We also have many new sponsors this year. Bandwidth, who are running the Raleigh location, Dialogic, who are running TADHack London, Ericsson, Forged by Acision, Intel, who are running the TADHack Istanbul and TADHack Israel locations. If you've looked on the Twitter feed, you'll have seen just how vibrant TADHack Istanbul is. And last but definitely not least, Matrix. University support of TADHack is vital. I'd just like to again send some thanks to UPM, who are running TADHack Madrid, and in particular Professor Juan Quimada and his team. They've done an amazing job in engaging the local developer teams there. Also here at IST, and in particular Professor Teresa Vazao and her team, Anna and Diana, in helping us set up this event. Their support has been invaluable, and we look forward to making IST a regular annual location for TADHack Lisbon. Also, the Illinois Institute of Technology, the Real-Time Communications Labs, who are running TADHack Chicago. There, Professor Carol Davids, but also Warren Bent, who's done an amazing job in engaging the Chicago developers. So props to what Warren's done in creating a great event there. And University College London, Dr. Alistair Moore and his team at IDEA London, who have helped us in getting TADHack London together. I'd also like to just highlight a few, and I apologize I can't cover all the partners, but just to highlight Google, Serge LaChapelle and Nicholas, who will be giving a keynote. They see the value in what we're doing with TADHack. ICAL Networks, who are running TADHack Buenos Aires, which has 130 registrations. Again, look on the Twitter feed and see all the pastries they've got for everyone. Opino, who've been helping us spread the word far and wide. Elucid Software Services, who are running TADHack New Delhi, and were the first to be highlighting some of the problems with the developer resources that needed to be reset. So they've been very active in making sure that all the resources are up and running for all the other teams. VUC, Randy Resnick, who has been with us from the start promoting what we're doing. Wire, an app that you should be using. And we have two keynotes from Jonathan and Alan, the co-founders and CEO and CTO respectively, and we're going to be hearing more from them on how the democratization of the internet has impacted their business and what it means to developers. Miguel from Codacol, who took the initiative and set up TADHack Dublin at very short notice and with the support of NDRC for the location, and Jürgen from Oracle, Frank from Telstra, and Mark from Locatrix for realizing TADHack Melbourne. Just a couple of more thank yous. Dialogue in particular, and we're going to hear from Anthony shortly, for making developers rich and leading the way in building a vibrant telecom application development community. Telstra for the $1,000 Melbourne Prize, Eircom for the $1,000 Dublin Prize, and the support of Asiata Group, Portugal Telecom, Robi, Truphone, and US Cellular. And finally, Karen, Linda, Inti, and his team for all their hard work behind the scenes in making TADHack possible. So please, a round of applause for the global team and what they've done with TADHack, please. So on to the keynotes. I made the comment earlier, the internet has democratized telecoms. The keynotes will enable us to hear from both sides of that equation. Jonathan and Alan of Wire have built a global telecommunications service and will explain what that means to developers. Nicholas will share Google's plans for WebRTC and what that means. We're going to hear from Anthony of Dialogue, who will focus on the telco side of the equation and share how he has created a vibrant telecom app development ecosystem and the importance of developers to his business today and in the future. We're going to hear from James Tagg, who will share why developers are fundamental to the future success of the $2 trillion telecom industry. And bear in mind, it's still growing. So, I mentioned communication several times. It's fundamental to the human condition, whether it's face-to-face or over a distance. And to be fair, in today's world, over a distance is how most of us are communicating. And telecoms can now be embedded everywhere in today's web-centric world. We're going to see, and we are seeing, amazing creativity over the weekend. We want every developer involved in TADHack to be successful. So I thank you for giving your time over a weekend. I know a lot of people have been taken away from their families, but again, thank you so much.